What is up? Hello. My name is Randy, and this is Driving with Randy. You can call me Road Rage Randy. That's what we're going to be talking about today. It's a new podcast here that I'm starting. Now, where does this idea come from? I'm a huge fan. What the hell is that? Anyways, I'm a huge fan of podcasts. I listen to all sorts of podcasts, and I really want to start my own. Now, Joe Rogan, it's a big one. I absolutely love me some Rogan. I listened to Cleared Hot by Andy Strumpf. Absolutely love that one. And I listen to a lot of MMA podcasts. I'm a big MMA fan, so I listen to all sorts, like Ariel Helwani. I listen to Chael Sonnen. I listen to a little bit of Luke Thomas. You only take so much of that guy before you want to end your life. But yeah, I'm a big podcast guy, so I kind of want to start my own now. I want to start one within the community that I'm part of. But I figured, why limit the audience? I might as well just speak. So I came up with this idea. Driving with Randy. We're driving right now. I just pulled out of the gas station. I got some cookies and I got a Monster before work. Not the healthiest of choices, but that's all right. We're living on the edge. So the idea is I'm driving. I speak to myself so much when I drive. That's what I do. I have little conversations with myself. So I figured might as well start a podcast. I mean, it's not really, in a policeman's eye, it might be considered distracted driving. But in reality, I have a mic hooked up and I'm just talking. So with that comes, all the perks of driving, telling people to fuck off when they make a right-hand turn and they don't use their blinker. When people cut me off, stuff like that. People going 40 and 60 mile per hour zones, things like that you'll be able to listen to while I tell stories. Now, along with that's going to come, background noise. I'm not using the greatest mic in the world. I'm using a little iPod mic. I drink while I drive. Now that sounds awful, right? I know you guys know what I mean. I'm drinking my Monster. I'm not drinking beer or anything. I'm drinking my Monster. So, I didn't really know what we would talk about today. I kind of figured it would just come about. Man, let me tell you, these cookies are delicious. So, let me tell you a story about that gas station. So, I started going there to get like a hot chocolate or a Cliff Bar before work. And the clerk is always extremely friendly to me. I don't know his name. Okay. I don't know his name, but I don't want to release that information either. But he's always super nice to me. And one day he said, you know what, you're good, man, because all I had was a hot chocolate. And then I kept getting only hot chocolate. He's like, you're good, man. So he just kept giving me some free hot chocolates, which is, it's appreciated. It's probably not in his power, and he can definitely get in trouble for it, that's what I'm getting to. I think he got in trouble for it. One day I came in, and there's this man that's kind of standing, like, he looks like he's, what the hell? What I'm seeing right now is I have a bunch of arrows and whatnot pointing me to move left. I don't know what they're doing. Anyways, one day I get in and this guy's kind of hovering over him. He's got his phone out. He looks like he's a person of importance. Important to me? No, but to them, a person of importance. They got like 12 lanes closed right now. They're clearing the sides, I guess, of snow. Good. That's good. Anyways, that guy was there, and all I got was a hot chocolate again. And listen, every time I went in there, I 100% fully expected to pay full price. Him telling me I'm good is just, it was a perk. I always had the money with me. Anyways, that guy's there, so I fully expected to pay full price. He whispers to me, he's like, I'm sorry, man. I got to do it today. I'm like, I expect to do it. It's all good, brother. I expect to pay that every day. I wouldn't come here if I wasn't expecting to pay. after that day, the kid kind of disappeared for 2-3 weeks. Now, it's nothing I would abuse. It's not like I was going in every day. I'd go in maybe twice at the most a week. And I didn't see him for 2 weeks. I'm like, man, that guy probably got canned. That guy probably got torn apart by that business, dude. Well, long story short, about a week ago, I start noticing that he's back more frequently. Holy crap, I'm choking on my cookie. Oh, that's what you get for eating cookies. Really good cookie, by the way. I think it's a snickerdoodle with white chocolate chips. Pretty dang good. I need to watch my speed here. There's usually a cop up ahead. And he's not there. Boom, we're good to go then. That's kind of a perk of driving the same route every day. You know where the cops are and whatnot, so make sure to watch your speed. Anyways, yeah, so that I just started seeing that kid again. He's been super nice. I haven't gotten a damn thing for free, I can tell you that. Yeah, so he probably got a talking to. Maybe he got suspended. I don't know. Maybe it was just a coincidence I hadn't seen him. Something I really like that they're doing is they're competing with another one of the gas stations. So one of the gas stations always has a 3 for $2 cookie thing. And they're pretty big cookies. So this gas station that I go to started doing that, which is nice. They're really good cookies. Now, whether they're in stock, that's a whole new story. I mean, I'd be going in looking for chocolate chip, and you'll be lucky if there's just a single chocolate chip there, not even a cookie. Yeah, as I was saying about cops, like, I'm not much of a speeder, not one to speed. I'm kind of just, let's drive, I enjoy driving, so a half-hour drive to and from work, it's not a big deal at all. Especially if I'm listening to, what the fuck? Man, they're really going hard on this whole, snow melting thing. Oh, train. Heck yeah. I love this route. This highway is along a major rail line, so I always get a look into the yard and whatnot. It's super cool. But anyways, with that snow clearing, there was just a big thing of steam up ahead, and I didn't want to drive through that, so I had to move over a lane. As I was saying, though, I'm not much one to speed, The speed limit's posted 60. You catch me going 62 every now and then, but I'm not one to be going 70 in a 60. I will tell you, though, I have pushed this minivan before. I need to see how fast I go. I get too nervous, though. Like, there could be absolutely no headlights on the road, and I still get nervous. I know a strip where I have never seen a cop in my life, but that one day I try and push it to 100. Never gone over 90 is the most I've ever hit. The day I try and push it to 100, that's the day there's going to be a cop just chilling. No apparent reason, just chilling. Well, this trucker's gonna get pissed. My bad. I kinda cut in front of a trucker. Not the brightest idea. The truck wins 100% of the time, but I think he was far enough back to understand what I was doing. The whole idea of the podcast is it's a kind of goal of mine. Now, I'm always big on setting goals. I'm not some big social media wizard that has, 100K following already, where starting a podcast might be a little easier. I'm starting from practically zero. Now, I have social media accounts, okay? I have like 200 followers on Twitter. I have like 350 on Instagram. And I have 330 subscribers on YouTube. So I don't have a big following, and it's not like I'm going to be advertising to them. But, people are always saying, you can be a nobody and start a podcast. So that's my goal. I'm going to start a podcast, and my goal is to get 1,000 downloads off of a single episode. Now, it doesn't matter if we get 1 on this week's episode. If we get 10 on the next week's, and then we get 1 on the third week's, and then we get 1,000 on the fourth week's, because somehow I find it in me that I'm a funny as shit dude, and just some big happens, right? Maybe maybe I get into a car crash and I record the whole police conversation, which probably might not be a good idea. But heck, you don't know what to expect. I don't even know what to expect. I'm just rambling on about halfway to work. And man, that's the thing. I drive a half hour to and from work every day. So an hour total. I suppose 50 minutes if I go quick, but we just talked about that. I don't speed. So there's a lot of interesting stuff I could talk about and discuss, but for today's episode, I just kind of wanted to give a trailer, if you will, of what's to come. I'm sure. What the fuck, man? Why do you slow down to 40 miles an hour when I'm trying to switch lanes? Come on. And that's the kind of stuff that you're gonna get. I'm gonna lose track of my thoughts, just start raging at some idiot, because I consider myself a good driver, I'll be honest. I park like an asshole, but I'm a good driver, okay? But as I was saying, I think on my way home from work, I feel like the podcast might be more chill, because I just got done working a physical labor job, so I'm going to be tired. But at the same time, it might have the best content, because so much might have happened at work, and I have some of the best conversations with some of my coworkers. Like, these guys will talk about anything. You want to talk conspiracies? You want to talk Paula Deen's new cookie dough recipe? Whatever it is, you can talk with them and you'll carry on for a good hour or so about just nothing. Which is some of the greatest conversations, in my opinion. I absolutely love having those talks. It's pointless, but you have a good time doing it. While I'm on the topic of work, I might as well discuss something I do at work. I'm a pretty active person at work. I'm on the safety team, and I'm on a committee that's dedicated to keeping our new workers there, So I'm generally, people are just switching lanes. I'm generally a very nice person to everyone at work. All the new people, I'll introduce myself. I'll tell them if you have any questions, come see me. If you're not comfortable talking to a supervisor, just I try and be the best person at work that I can. And the first question I always ask people is obviously what their name is. I ask what their name is. And then the second question I always ask, have you seen Roar? Now, why? I don't know, but Roar is a good movie. It was made in 1981. It's supposed to be the most dangerous movie ever made. I think like 70 people got hurt during the making. I remember one girl got scalped. There's like what do you call it? There's actual scenes of them getting attacked by the lions and the tigers and whatnot in the movie. Like, that's how gnarly this movie was. Now, why I ask people, it kind of started as a joke. It started off with a movie called Tusk. I asked someone if they had any suggestions of what I could watch during the weekend. I don't watch much TV. I'm either listening to podcasts or I watch documentaries. I haven't seen a good documentary in a bit, but I asked a guy, hey man, you got anything I can watch this weekend? I need something to watch. And he's like, Tusk. I'm like, what in God's name is Tusk? So I asked another guy, and he's like, yeah, I've seen Tusk. Only dude that's ever seen Tusk in this entire building, right? He's seen Tusk. He tells me it's kind of bad, right? Like, okay, well, I'm not going to watch that. So what kind of started was I just started asking everybody, like 2-3 times a day, because people are like, I don't know what that is. So I'd be like, have you seen Tusk? Hey, have you seen Tusk? Yo, have you seen Tusk? No one ever. And they're like, no, what's it about? And I'd be like, I don't know. I haven't seen it. That's why I'm asking you. So it kind of started into one of those things. But then the reason it kind of transitioned into the movie Roar, I was listening to, all right, you used your blinker. I'll accept you cutting me off. Anyways, I was listening to Joe Rogan Experience. It was a fight companion with Brian Callen. Is that his name? Maybe? I don't know. It was a fight companion with Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub. And they brought up the movie Roar. And I'm like, that actually sounds like an interesting as hell movie. Why don't I watch that? So I watched it. I'm not a movie guy at all. Like, I've seen probably 3 or 4 whole movies in the past 4 years. I probably see 1 or 2 a year. I just, it's hard to keep my attention to a movie. A podcast? Oh, I could. Man, I've had 8-hour sessions of just podcasts. I had a 12-hour day one time where I listened to, I think 3 episodes of Dr. Phil, 2 episodes of Rogan, and 1 episode of The King and the Sting. I want to say it totaled up to be like 12 hours of just podcasts. It's so much more engaging to me than a movie, and a lot more entertaining. But anyways, I watched Roar that day, and it's now a movie that I know of, and I can ask people, and if they've seen it, it's kind of interesting. So if you're listening to this podcast and you've never seen Roar, it's on YouTube. Type in Roar 1981. It's an hour 30 minutes long. It's an incredible movie. Just think, while you're watching it, you have to realize that these are real animals. They could rip these guys' fucking heads off at any moment throughout this movie. Anytime. It could just say, fuck this, I'm done with your Hollywood movie bullshit, and rip the guy's head off. Any point in this movie. It is gnarly. We're hitting traffic. I would suggest that movie. Now, back to that Tusk movie. I've seen about 40 minutes of it. It wasn't anything special from what I remember. I'm kind of on that Roar life now. Man, it's 4:15 p.m. right now, and there's traffic. There must be a car crash up ahead. That's the thing. People drive like such idiots. The other day, it wasn't even snowing, and I kid you not, within 2 miles, I saw 3 cars facing the wrong way on a 55-mile-per-hour highway. I don't know if there's black ice or what. They just drive like morons. Anyways, I'm getting close to work here, so I'm going to conclude today's... It appears there is a bus broken down in the middle of the highway. Crash ahead, right lane closed. That's not good. I have to take a right to get to where I need to be. Well, it's probably a good time to, I should keep talking, actually. I was going to end this, but what if I get up there and it's just a massive crash? Like, you guys got to see my reaction, you know? So, I'm 2 cookies in. I got that 2 for 3 deal. This guy, you know what? I'm just going to get off the highway. I mean, hey, you can go. Yep, you're good. Man, I wave people in all the time. I'm just a nice human being. I tend to leave a gap between me and the car in front of me just so I'm not slamming on my brakes and get rear-ended. If someone puts their blinker on and they want in, I will 100% wave them in. I have no problem doing that. But if you cut in front of me and you're not using a blinker, I will honk at you. I know where my horn is, and I will use it. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if it's closed or if I can... I'm gonna go straight. I have time. We're gonna risk it. I don't start... I always get to work a half hour early. It's kind of it's a safety net if there's traffic. I've only ever had to use the safety net if it's snowing, but I always get there a half hour early. It lets me relax a little bit, listen to some music, just kind of maybe reply to some texts I missed throughout the day. Stuff like that. It helps get my mind set for work. I hate feeling rushed. Like, I have no idea what's going on here. People are moving left, which makes sense. There's a crash in the right lane, and I'm in the far right lane right now, but I'm not seeing the crash, so who knows if this highway is going to be closed. Anyways, what was I saying? I show up a half hour to work every day. I hate feeling rushed. If I start at 5 o'clock and I show up at 4:55, 5 minutes is a significant amount of time, but I feel rushed. So I'll normally get to the parking lot a half hour early. I'll go in 15 minutes early. I'll use the bathroom. I'll fill my water bottle and just get prepared. Other people are always there, so you gotta talk to your coworkers and whatnot. I must say, that is one thing I absolutely love about my job. The work isn't the greatest. The management, not the greatest as far as managing goes. As far as them as people, they're absolutely great people. I respect most supervisors, and my coworkers, they're all absolutely great people. I think a big part of getting through this job, you want to go? Alright, dude, I would have waved you in, but... Alright, big part of getting through this job is just having great coworkers, because it's not ideal work, not one bit, but to have people that you can talk to, mess around, it's pretty laid back as far as management goes. That they don't get on you if you're goofing around to an extent, as long as you're getting the work done. I work in a warehouse, so. But yeah, that's about all I got for you guys today. We're close to work here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give you kind of an idea of what's to come. I'll come up with some more stories and whatnot to speak of and just get more comfortable. Right now I'm just using the headset that my phone came with. So it's nothing fancy, but say this gets more popular and whatnot, I have no problem buying something to increase the audio as far as a standalone audio performer. Then I wouldn't have to, I have no idea how much battery life this is using or what's going on. So, we'll see. This is kind of just a test. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time on Driving with Randy. I'm your man, Road Rage Randy. Bye.